Hi Yash, I'm Sonia. I'm just trying to ask you a few questions. This is Enthusiastic Talks. Um, may you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, Sonia. It's good to see you. So, Sonia, I am Yash and I am a fitness coach. I'm a yoga instructor and a nutrition coach. So, I have been practicing yoga from last 4 years. So, I have been practicing yoga from last 8 years, but teaching yoga from last 4 years. And previous to working with Enthusiastic, I was working in Pune in a fitness studio. And I am an engineer by graduation, but a life changer by profession. So I chose to help people upfront to get fit and to get rid of their problems. So that's a short introduction about myself. That's what I do.
Wow, that's inspiring to hear. So, what made you leave your engineering and like, as you said, you wanted to change lives, but what made you do the engineering then? I want to understand both ways.
Okay, so as it is said, like an engineer comes to know what he or she wants to do when they are doing engineering, right? So it was
Yep.
the case with me. So while I was in my third year of engineering, uh, we went for technical training to a company, and they made me sit for 8 hours. And of
Right.
course, they wanted me to do something. So I was doing something, but it was like I was not feeling good because I was always an athlete. I'm a cricket national player. I'm a table tennis player and a basketball player. So I don't want to sit at one place. So what I chose, I at that time I took a decision. I am a very instinctive person. I took a decision of changing my field, and I was always into fitness. I was the kind of person who used to party till 2, and still you will see me at 6 in the morning in the gym, right? So that was the kind of person I am. So I chose, like, let's take this as a profession, and then things turned out good, and here I am.
Wow, that's great to hear. Actually, there are very few people who actually pursue what they like. Uh, I'm also an engineer. I pursue my yoga and fitness, but yeah, one day I'll also be a fitness coach. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. Great.
Okay, so now tell me, like, while you're doing this, I also wanted to know your how was support at home, like in terms of support. Do you think your parents were supportive, or because that's one major question that comes up in this field?
Right. So I have a very interesting story. So all my brothers were they chose commerce as their field, and I was always a kind of person who want to do the exactly opposite what all are doing, right? So I chose science, and I was a mediocre student till 10th, and I am a mediocre one. But at that time my parent, like my father, said whatever you want to do, you do. It's your decision. And they never stopped me from taking science, despite knowing that I was not good at few things. But still, I took the science, and then I went to do engineering. They supported whatever you wanted to do. And then when I came one day, when I came up with this thing that I want to pursue things in fitness, so it was always like, do you want to do what you want to do? We are not gonna be stopping you from doing it. But in the beginning, the thing was like, my papa was saying, like, you want to do it, do, but I don't think this is gonna work. So you need to switch back. And again, since everyone was saying that it won't work, I made it work. That's the kind of person I really am. Like, if you're telling me it's not gonna happen, I'll make that happen.
I hope I'm never telling you that in my yoga poses. You will be ready to kill me.
Yes.
So now tell me, if you're to choose between yoga or running,
Hmm.
like cardio versus yoga, there's always this question: strength training versus yoga. There's like all these questions around the fitness industry.
Right.
What's your opinion on that?
See, personally, I try to run, but I'm not a mile runner or a marathon runner. I just run to sweat, and as I sweat, I just stop running. So what I want to say is, running. I choose running. Of course, I do running just to sweat it out and get my day started. I always run in the morning. I never run in the afternoon or in the evening. always in the morning when the sun is not there. And when it comes to yoga, yoga is for something for spiritual growth. Of course, it helps the body, it heals the body, but it's not just for the body, it's for the mind and for the soul. So that's the reason I always tend to choose yoga more. uh, what I'm saying is I would do 12, 13, 15 minutes of running, maybe 20, but not more than that. And then I'll sit and I'll meditate. I'll do yoga for an hour or maybe 1.5, because that's what I think, yeah, should be like good enough. If you're running for some time and doing yoga, your body is going to be balanced. You will be helping your body and your mind and your soul. So that's what my say is when it comes to running or yoga.
So what I understand, cardio is needed, but it's not that you spend a lot of time doing the cardio. You get your sweat, and then you start doing meditation or yoga.
That's
So
correct.
it's like a combination. Like you do a little of strength training. Actually, you talk about power yoga, and
Right.
so you mix and match what
Right.
you're saying.
And
That's
on this
awesome.
note, like I would just want to tell you, like yoga is a kind of ancient gym, right? So if someone is looking for improving their strength and stamina, and they say that yoga is always breathing in and breathing out, doing some asanas. No, yoga is an ancient kind of gym. There are a lot of dand, there are a lot of bathak. So in English, they are push-ups and squats, which are really challenging and which can definitely help you improve your strength and stamina. At the same time, yoga heals you inside and outside. So running is definitely very good. And if at all you are having a goal of just shedding off your weight, you don't want to improve your strength, then running is a very appropriate thing. But if at all you want to lose weight, get fit, get toned, yoga is something which is going to help you more.
So I understand their complement, like they actually complement each other than being against each other.
That's good.
And what I understand that contrary to popular belief that yoga is just about breathing in and breathing out, actually yoga is also push-ups, planks, different poses that actually build your core.
Right. That's
So that's a thought that people don't have when they think about yoga. They think more about light exercises, and
right.
thanks for clarifying that.
Right. Welcome.
Now, tell me one thing. If you were not a fitness enthusiastic or not any yoga instructor, what would you have been?
That's a very tricky question, because what I used to think was I was always a good teacher. So in my 4 years of engineering, I was always teaching, and always teaching kids. I taught like 11th and 12th standard classes, chemistry, and 9, 10 class mathematics, and I was always into that as well. So if I was not a yoga instructor, of course I would have been teaching somewhere, and that's again, it's coming out of nowhere because I never ever had a second option. I never gave myself a second option. When I chose this stream, I was all into it. The reason I chose this was because I was not willing to go in that engineering field. And when I took that decision, I stood by it and then went ahead with you.
Okay, that's great to know. You're actually already a teacher, even with yoga. So you're pursuing both, like the best of both worlds.
Right.
So
That's good.
I want to ask you this question that like virtual workouts, virtual yoga started mainly after COVID, and it's not an easy part. So I want to understand what are the challenges you find in working virtually with your clients.
So the first challenge is I'm the kind of instructor I am, the kind of coach I am. I always like to push people and push them in the way they feel very comfortable, right? So when it comes to virtually, I'm just able to see that you're pushing, right? I'm not able to feel that you're pushing, right? So that's one thing which I'm missing a lot. I love to give high fives because that's me transferring them energy. So I'm virtually giving high fives like this right now. So that's the challenge. Apart from that, the challenge I have seen is right now unable to correct forms and postures of people in a proper way. Of course, I'm trying to be as clear as possible, correct as many people as possible. But again, there are like 90, like I am able to correct 90%, not 10. And I also want to correct those 10% people. I don't want anyone to do anything wrong. So that's the only challenge I feel. Apart from that, it's working good.
That's awesome. So what I understand, you like to torture people and you feel good when they are tortured, right?
As I said, I like to push them, and of course, you can like sometimes I come up hearing that you're a sadist. You like inflicting pain on us, but that's the part of my job because, and at the same time, the person who told me that you're a sadist would like leave by saying, "Thank you, Yash. Have a nice day. God bless you." So that's the kind of profession I am. I love this. Being a
I know
sadist.
fitness is an industry where that's the profession where if you haven't said that, oh, I'm going to die, then it's like it's not worth.
It's not a good workout then. It's not a day worth.
Okay. We are out of time, so I want to end this. I would have loved to continue this conversation. It was awesome talking to you. It's really inspiring, whatever you have said. And I wish you all the best in your career, in your life journey, in all your spiritual or physical goals. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. It was nice, lovely talking to you. Okay. Bye bye.